Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared at 3Cs. It's a great day because we just got our first 2026 CFMoto ZForce 800 trail. Such a huge seller for us. In fact, this is the first one, just uncrated it and it's already sold. So this one's already heading back out. Side note is we added a front window and a rear window, but let's jump into this thing and check it out. We are going to do this video inside today because it feels like -6 out and it is snowing like crazy. So it's a great opportunity to step inside here and check out this new model. Now they introduced this in 2023 and I did a pretty good walk around back then, and it's gotten like 20 or 30,000 views of just all the details and all the features when they changed to this new chassis. And I still feel the same way about it because there's so much leg room. I'm pretty tall, I'm 6'4", and it just gives me more room to walk around or move around inside of this thing. The first thing we should talk about is price. This thing retails for $13,999. It is such a bargain in the side-by-side world. It's insane how cheap that really is. For example, a Polaris Sportsman 850 Trail is over $14,000 for a single seat ATV. You're getting a 2-seat side-by-side with rear storage, a roof included, power steering included, a 3,500 pound winch included, aluminum wheels, painted, fuel injected, LED headlights, half doors already installed. It's just insane what CFMoto gives you for the money. And I'm not bashing Polaris because you could probably pick on Can-Am, Yamaha, and Honda and find an ATV model that's also up in that $14,000 range. So, and that's not even the highest price point one from Polaris. That's just their 850 single seat trail model. So let's jump into the features specifically on this machine. I know I just rattled off the headlights. They are the LED headlights in the front, which is awesome at night, especially in the winter. Everything gets dark so soon. These shocks are not a piggyback adjustable shock or anything, but they do have the preload adjuster here, so you can crank this and adjust the spring preload if needed. All of the A-arms are greasable, so you got grease fittings all over this thing. Here's one down here, for example. So easy to get to the grease fittings. It is easy to clean this firewall here. Again, we got a cable-operated winch in the front, 3,500 pound. In the middle here, we can pull this storage bin off. And like I mentioned, the windshields, this customer added the windshields to this. They are not standard. But up inside here, there's your coolant reservoir, your brake reservoir, and then over here you have like an access if you want to put, this is like a power bus bar, so if you want to install like lights, your winch contactor, and then this dealer plug-in stuff here. So quick, easy access. You could wash out in here if you need to, but this is a lot of your mechanical stuff. It's easy to get to. As we come down the side, you'll see everything is sealed really nice on these doors. These are included. There's no extra cost to these doors. They open and close, super nice. And if you look down on that side, there's no extra like air gaps or anything, so it's a nice tight seal all the way down through. And you got your standard door handle on the inside. So easy to get to, easy to open and close. And then inside of here, the driver's seat is adjustable. So we have this lever in the middle here, and so I can slide this seat all the way forward, or have it all the way back for someone tall like me, and then the steering wheel is also adjustable. So we can really like crank this thing down, and we could rock that seat forward. So everybody should be comfortable taking a turn driving this thing. Right next to the steering wheel is your high beam, low beam for the lights. And what's cool with this model is there's a lot of storage. So up underneath it here, we have our winch controller. The winch goes in and out right here. And then next to it, which is a little hard to see on camera, there is a USB-C and the regular USB. I wish I would show it. It's down in there. There it is. So you got USB controllers. There are ports inside of there, which is nice. So if your phone needs to be charged, you can put it in a microfiber, put it right in there. It won't get dirty or anything when you're trying to charge it. Your display on this model is right in the middle. So if I rotate this up a little bit, now there's always a lot of inside of the shop here, a lot of reflection, so it's hard to see. But we're in neutral, full tank of gas, 0 mile an hour. We're in neutral right now. And the engine lights will be on until we start the thing. And it does have dual power mode. So it's in normal right now. If I flick it to sport, you can see it just change it to sport there. It's going to give it that second power mode. So depending on how you want to drive it, you can flick from one to the other. And then next to that is your 4-wheel drive system. So right now we have, let's start at the top. So this one is 2-wheel drive. This is 4-wheel drive. And then 4-wheel drive diff lock, which if we come up here now, it's got the little X in the middle. That's your diff lock. Back to 4-wheel and then 2-wheel. So you got the 3 different drive modes there. You've got your 12-volt outlet in the middle. And in the middle, we've got our park, reverse, neutral, high, and low. And then I got our e-brake. So it's nice there. And then we do have our cup holders. Can't forget out those. So we've got one on each side down below. So again, ton of leg room inside this cab, and then we'll go and check out that storage bin too. So on this side, we can open the door. And this handle, what's nice, there's no tools needed. You can pull this all the way out if you need to, and then lock it back in. Because everybody's got different needs for how long that needs to be, and it doesn't rattle because the way it pinches it in. And then if I go in here, this one is super deep. This bin goes all the way down. It bottoms out way down here. So it's almost like a 5-gallon bucket in there. It's such a huge storage bin, which is nice to have more storage inside and sealed, right? So you're not gonna, stuff doesn't get wet inside of there. This is where we put the fuel in right here, easy to get to. Now in the back, this is that V-twin 800. It's like 58 horsepower on this model. There's a couple different dipsticks. This is the back one, this is the transmission. The engine one's up in the front more. And then just all your motor, exhaust, rear shocks, easy to get to. Again, everything is greasable. Got the grease fittings all the way around. 2-inch receiver in the back. This has got 10 inches of ground clearance underneath of it. It's a dual A-arm design, so each wheel is going to ride on its own. And then this is our big storage bin. Now you can rock these little clips up and you can bungee cord stuff down. I really enjoy how tall the sidewalls are. This is a better design than their Z1000s were. It had no sides to it. This is a much better storage bin. Then up under here, this is your clutch cover, easy to get to. You can get to every single bolt, pull that clutch cover clean off. You know, a lot of brands have shock stuff in the way or wires. I think it's super important to be able to get to that clutch cover, especially if you're out riding and you experience a problem with your clutch, easy to get to. One thing I do want to touch base on is how easy this thing is to service. I know in my 2023 video, I talked a lot about this, but if I pull the bottom of the seat base and then I'll pull up on it, I kind of rock it up out of a channel. And so now, I mean, I need to move the whole seat out of the way, but I wanted to show how that comes off first. But now if I tip this seat up and get it out of the way here, we can now access the airbox. And so if I do this, I've got one hand trying to get these new tabs. So I'm going to release that, put it down, and then right here is your air filter. It's kind of nice. It's kind of in the cab next to you, so it's like how big that filter is. Big, easy compartment to service. And then there's a even bigger service compartment down here, which is nice, that I can show you here in a second. So I went ahead and I slid the driver's seat forward because it doesn't rock up the same as the passenger does, but this base comes off the bottom just like that. And it's more important that you can do it on this side. So now that that's out of the way, we can now get to this one. This is our computer. Again, these tabs are brand new, so they're pretty hard with one hand to get out of the way. There's your ECU, your fuse panel, so super easy to get to the fuses. Your battery is literally right there. Extremely easy to get to the battery. And then now if I remove these 3 tabs on top, and again with one hand, it's a little hard to show this. But now I can move this out of the way, and look how easy it is to get to the front of the motor. There's your other dipstick we were talking about right there, easy to get to. So everything you need to service is so easy on these new ZForce chassis. Air filter, fuse panel, the battery is right there, dipsticks for the motors, all your brake reservoir stuff is up underneath the front. So CFMoto made it very easy to service this new model. Well, I know that's not a super long intro because we basically just did a walk around on it, but we talked about the ground clearance, the engine, the oil dipsticks, all the maintenance stuff, all the features, headlights, power steering, the winch, dual A-arm suspension all the way around. And then I guess what we can talk about here at the end is just how easy these windshields do click in. So this customer went with a poly design, and on the back side here, let my gimbal catch up. All we do is we pull the clip here. There's 4 of these clips. You rotate those out of the way. You can see where they connect 1, 2, and then 2 on that side. Then now you can literally push the windshield out. So that's how easy you can take windshields, both front and rear. So the rear would come out the same exact way. Nice tight seal all the way around. So this customer is actually going to get a plow as well. Haven't installed that yet today, but he's going to put a plow on the front of this thing, has some windshields. The half doors should really keep him more comfortable and sideways outside. All right, well, that's going to wrap this video up here at 3Cs. If you found the video helpful, please consider subscribing. And if you like the video, it really helps us grow, helps that video catch fire and get it spread across the internet. So again, Jared at 3Cs Recreation. Enjoy the ride. We'll see you on the trail.